I'm Lieutenant Mark, of course, but you already knew that. And I'm here to offer you some Star Trek in these trying times. Hey kid, you want some Star Trek? I got some right here in my pockets. You want some? Speaking of Star Trek, did you notice that there's like 1 million movies and TV shows now on the way? Are they even real? I have a strange, sneaking suspicion that all this shit is fake. Right? Oh no, there's going to be another Kelvin Timeline movie? Really? I doubt it. Oh no, there's going to be a Star Trek Year 1? Like a remake again of TOS? I doubt it. Oh, there's going to be Star Trek United? Jonathan Archer show where he's like the president? I doubt it. There's going to be like a new comedy from Tawny Newsome who was from Lower Decks? I doubt it. Why do I doubt it? This Skydance merger thing is going through right now. It feels like all these things were announced to kind of like, I don't know, blackmail them into saying, you better make these movies now, you better make these shows. I don't know, maybe that's a step too far. Maybe that's me being a little bit too conspiratorial with regards to the whole thing. But if I had a dime for every time a new Star Trek Kelvin Timeline movie was coming, I would have like 50 cents, which is crazy because they've been announced and canceled so many times now. Remember that Quentin Tarantino movie? Was that going to be Kelvin or not? I have no idea. Thank God we didn't get that. But there has been so many directors attached to another Kelvin Timeline movie, and so many of them dropped out, and so many of these movies have folded. I don't think that the Kelvin Timeline itself for Star Trek has any more cultural purchase anymore. I don't think it has enough of a footprint in our minds to make it worth it to make another one. It's like saying we're gonna make another Felix the Cat movie. Felix the Cat? Remember Felix the Cat? That's kind of like if I said, do you remember the Star Trek Kelvin Timeline movies? You're gonna say, what's that? Is that like the Three Stooges? No, it was a big deal at one point. Believe it or not, Star Trek 2009 made a bit of a splash. And then like in traditional J.J. Abrams format, the first in the trilogy makes a splash, as I said. Everyone loves it. Wow, that was cool. And then JJ has this habit of starting something and not finishing it. He can start a project and not finish it. He can start building that doghouse, but after a week, that doghouse is starting to look like a coffee table by the end of it. That's just his shtick. And with regards to things coming for Star Trek that aren't actually coming out, Section 31 was in development hell forever. I never thought that would come. But unfortunately, it did come. Unfortunately, are we going to get the new threat? The new threat from Paramount / Skydance or whatever they're calling it. You know, Star Trek Year 1? That's the current threat they're making. Are they going to actually try to, like, redo Kirk and the gang on the Enterprise as a TV show? They better not, but, I mean, I'm not going to lie. That last episode of Strange New Worlds, I didn't hate it. I thought it was all right. I was starting to kind of get down with the idea, you know. But it's another prequel, and it's probably not coming. Just like Jonathan Archer's Star Trek United. That would have been awesome 10 years ago. Man, imagine, like, we're getting Star Trek Enterprise season 5 after all this time. Thank you. Oh, wait, we're 10 years too late. Over 10 years too late, really. And we're getting it from, if we're going to get it, we might be getting it from, like, the current crop of, like, Star Trek people, which I don't think should handle Star Trek Enterprise. The ships, number one, the ships have to look right. That's not going to happen. It's just not. The ships are not going to look like the NX-01. They're not going to look like... They're not even going to touch anything between NX-01 and Constitution class. That's not happening. I would love to see a show with ships that are like the canonical representation of ships between the year, like, say, 2150 and 2250. Between those 2 years. That would have been really, really cool. A good spot to set, like, Star Trek United, as they're calling this fake show with Jonathan Archer. That would have been amazing. And Star Trek United, that is an incredible name for a Star Trek show. I couldn't believe when I heard it. Star Trek United. I should have thought of that. That's so cool. It's way cooler than anything I ever came up with, although it kind of speaks specifically to Jonathan Archer and the United Federation of Planets. Do we need to see a prequel? No. Am I going to be honest and admit that it would be pretty sick? Yeah. I think it would be pretty sick, but, you know, that's how you get me on board. You give me the cool ships I want. That's how you get me. You want to trick me? Give me the ships. And that's not what they're going to do this time. They're going to be Discovery ships kind of remodeled a little bit to look like they could be a little bit older, which the new Trek people, they've proven they're very bad at it. And Star Trek Enterprise itself had a few problems when it first came out too, but that's neither here nor there. And this Tawny Newsome show, this weird comedy show they keep touting, I don't think that's coming. I mean, if one of these shows, movies, what have you, is least likely to come, it's probably that one. Just call it a hunch. We're getting that con thing, unbelievably, in the form of a podcast. Think of it, though. Think of it. Star Trek's most famous villain, arguably Khan, has been relegated to like a podcast, like a narrative podcast. They couldn't get a movie. They couldn't get a TV show. It's kind of sad, right? Because this is a franchise that is prequel obsessed, and they couldn't manage to make a Khan movie / TV show. Come on. Anyway, how many shows and movies do we have so far? We got that Kelvin thing. We got the Archer show. We got Star Trek Year One, I think they want to call it. We got the comedy thing. That's 4. Are any of them coming out? I don't think so. I'm going to put my credibility on the line and say no. But hey, you never know what the future holds. We just got to have faith of the heart, as it were. And this Skydance thing, that might be the thing that ignites the fire, that makes the smoke seem credible, right? Like, right now, we're wading through smoke. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think there's a fire, but if there was going to be one, it's going to be announced really soon, and it's going to have to do with Skydance. And they're going to say that, listen, we're either going to trash everything, or we're just going to let Academy, like, say, play out, right? I have a feeling that Kurtzman probably wants to move on. I don't know, wouldn't you? Just be honest. Like, let's not make up any fake leaks here. Let's just pretend you're Alex Kurtzman. Do you want to keep going with this? You probably got enough money to retire forever. Really? Do you want to do this? I don't know. I wouldn't. I mean, I love Star Trek, and I probably wouldn't want to be making it past a certain year. I would say I'm done. That's as much as I can do. I'm just a red shirt. What do I know? I don't wear Command Division colors, so I can't make these big decisions by myself. I only fix things. Yes, the show is broken, but I'm not getting paid nearly enough to worry about it to the point where I'm going to actually start fixing it. Maybe someday. But do you think any of these Star Trek shows are coming? Are they fake? Are they something that was just announced just to pad the stock price of this failing brand? I don't know. Does Skydance give a crap? I have no idea. Remember, what they say in the trades, that's magazines and things like that, what they say is not always what they believe, right? You have to say certain things to sell a certain idea to people. You have to keep up appearances. Is that what we're doing with these Star Trek shows? Is there going to be another Kelvin Timeline movie? Is there going to be a Star Trek United show? Is there going to be Star Trek Year One? That could be a credible threat. Is there going to be the new comedy show? That's what I'm thinking, but what are you thinking? I'm Lieutenant Mark, and I'm going to see you when we come back to review whatever the next episode of Strange New Worlds is. Hopefully it's as good as the previous one, The Salat Who Ate Its Tail, and I have no idea what this new episode is going to be about because I don't watch any previews. I go in blind. All right. I'm going to see you. So long.